into, I have a lot of clients that are writing books, and you and I have, Susan, you and I have talked extensively about this. So I want you to share with us how we should promote a book launch.
Oh my God. No, you should start marketing writing book when you're writing it.
So talk to us about this. What should
Okay.
be the plan as we are writing the book?
So when I was working with Dr. Sarah Gottfried, who wrote The Hormone Cure and 3 other bestsellers, I think, or 2 other bestsellers, one of the things she had, she'd gotten a 6-figure book advance. She had an editor at her house, at the publishing house, and then she hired another editor. I was not the editor, but I read through all of her book and put in, she was making a transition out of practice into licensing products. And one of the things that I'd suggested to her is you're ever, because I was doing part trade for my hormones too, and she would recommend supplements, and I'm like, well, what brand and what milligrams and stuff like that. And she had brands that she loved. I said, you should start to license those brands. You should start to license those brands. We want to put in the book where you're transitioning to, put those stories. I said, right now, all of your stories are based on your patients. I said, so if you don't want more patients, we shouldn't have stories like that in the book. We can have some, if you're transitioning out of one-to-one inpatient, in-person inpatients, we need to start transitioning and put in your book what you are, the future that you're moving to. So it starts there. Then the second part of that is lining up all of your joint venture partners or how you're going to market the book. You start to plan that even before it's published, because it takes a long time. To one of the things that she and I worked on, because at that time she was so busy, she didn't have time to create joint ventureships. And I said, well, you need to make the time. She goes, I don't have time to talk to them or email. We created an email, and I said, you need to talk to these people. They're high level. They're like Dr. Hyman and Marcy Shimoff. I mean, they were really big names. I said, you need to make the time to talk to these people. She did, because for a book too, you have a very short amount of time to create a New York Times bestseller. And there's a very prescribed, I don't know nobody does know all of the steps that you need to take, but we do know that it needs to be confined like to the first week or 2, the maximum amount of sales. And bulk sales don't count, but in a certain way they do, so that you have to sell them in a certain way. So there's all of the strategy that we're going in to do that, to make the book a bestseller, but also to prove to the publisher, if you're going with a traditional publisher, that book has legs and that it can sell, and then they put more money behind it and help you with the promotion. So the promotion before into the book, the promotion with your launch. Do you want to create joint venture partners for giveaways, to increase the value of the book? That's typically the way that it's done. We create like giveaways of your own things, but then giveaways from other people that's instantly downloadable, whether they get it from Amazon or wherever. So that's increasing the value of it. Then you do your own promotion, right? Your podcasts and your webinars and traditional media and social media.